Today, I'm going to show you how to create Beautification Potion. The things we'll need for our Beautification Potion is one glass bottle, and actually I believe they classify this as a vase. I found it in the wedding section of Hobby Lobby. We are going to use some isopropyl alcohol, but you could also use distilled water with just a tiny bit of glycerin or just a tiny bit of alcohol. We are going to use our handy dandy JB Weld super glue with UV. We're going to use an assortment of these glass balls. We're going to use the braided jute twine, as well as a number 6 cork, and the Prussian Blue Alcohol Ink. We're going to use the Chameleon mica powder in plum and gold. We're also going to use one of my magnetic stir bars to use on our spinner. We're going to use a champagne-colored sealing wax hot glue stick and a hot glue gun. And finally, we will need our label printed on sticker paper, and the link for this is in the description down below. Let's get started. Would you like a chance to win a monthly potion bottle from me? Then consider supporting me over on Patreon. All of my patrons have a chance to win a monthly potion bottle. Patreon not your thing? No worries. You can become a member here on YouTube and get exclusive icons and emojis to use in the comment section. Link is in the description down below. The first thing we're going to do is fill our bottle up with our alcohol. And now that we have that filled up, I'm going to grab my little magnetic book spinner here, and I'll put a link down below to the video where we made this if you want to make your own. And we're going to drop in our little magnetic stir stick, and I'm going to turn this to the lowest setting. And then we're just going to add 2 drops of our Prussian Blue Alcohol Ink. And that's perfect. I just wanted a very light colored blue for us to transform. So now I'm going to turn this off for just a second, and we're going to pour some of this into our little beaker here. And we're going to add our mica powders to this. So the main one we're going to be doing is the Chameleon Plum. And this one is really pretty. It gives a like gold, orange, fuchsia vibe. So we are going to do a pretty decent spoonful of this. I'm going to do just a tiny bit more. And we're going to mix that up. And that looks pretty good. Dry this off. And then I do want to do just a little bit of the Chameleon gold as well. It's kind of a orangey pink cast gold. And I'm just doing part of a spoonful of that. This will just kind of brighten it up and add another little level to our shimmers. And these are so pretty. All right, so I'm going to mix this up one more time here. And we're going to flick this back on. And we're going to add our pinky gold color to it. So as you can see, it takes that light blue and completely transforms it to this pinky, purple, orange, gold shimmer, which definitely works because the Beautification Potion is described as being many colors and having bubbles. So I felt like this going from blue to this pinky purple swirl would be perfect to be multicolors, and we're going to add the bubbles. Now that we've mixed up our potion, we're going to go ahead and cork it. And then I'm going to pull this off of our magnetic stirrer so that we can glue the cork on and finish the embellishment. So we're going to glue the cork on with the Weld UV Glue. All right, now that we are all glued on and completely sealed, we can start embellishing our bottle. For this one, I decided to use this braided jute twine, so we're going to add that to the top here. Now that I'm done wrapping this, we're going to use our burn method where we get the little wispies off. And we're just kind of burning off all the little wispies, which also gives our jute twine a little bit of an aged look to it too. Now that we have the neck done, we're going to go ahead and get our label on here, and then we're going to start to really embellish it. All right, so we are going to take our label and put it on here. So we're going to take the backing paper off. All right, I think that looks pretty straight. And you can already tell that it is starting to settle back to our light blue. All right, so now that our label is on, we're going to do some really cool stuff to this one. All right, so for this one, we are going to take our little glass balls. And this set I ordered off of Amazon, and it comes in 3 sizes. So we get a small, medium, and large in these little glass marbles. And I thought these would be absolutely perfect for this. Now, alternatively, if you don't want to order the set off of Amazon, you could also do this with some frosted beads from Michael's, and they came in a variety of sizes, and some of them even had a little bit of an opalescent. So if you don't want to use the same clear ones we're using, we can do the exact same thing with some of these beads. But I do love the look we get with the clear. All right, so I actually have a JB Weld that I used everything up of, so it's just a light now, which is great. And then I have my current JB Weld we're using. So what we're going to do is we are going to start down here, and we're just going to add a little drop of glue. And I'm going to take one of the beads. And once I get it placed, I'm going to hold it on. And then we're going to use our UV light to cure it in place. Which really, as you can see, just takes a matter of seconds. So once we get it cured, we then have a bubble attached. So we're going to attach a little cluster on this corner and a little cluster on this corner of our bubbles. And then we'll also do some on the very top of the bottle. So I'm going to kind of put this on a time-lapse situation so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me attach 20 or 30 bubbles. Before I move on to the top section, I just wanted to show you our bottom little bubbles here. And now we're going to do the same thing up here. And now that all of our little bubbles are attached, it just adds a really fun detail to this, and it really refracts the light and the colors from the mica through them as well. Alright, so now that our bubbles on our label are done, we're going to add some to the top. So we're going to use some of that champagne sealing wax hot glue up here, and then once it is applied, we're then going to add some bubbles to the top. Alright, that looks pretty good for the glue. So now we're going to add some of our little bubbles up here. Alright, so once we get most of our little bubbles stuck in to the glue, I'm then going to again use our UV glue to add a couple that maybe even go up on top. And the little ones I want to secure with the UV glue just because I feel like they like to pop off otherwise. Now our little bubbles on the top are done, as well as on the label, and we have our fun bubble detail. Now, as I said, if you do not want to make it with these clear glass marble balls, you also could do it with those frosted beads, and it'll give you this look. So you get a little bit of iridescence on some of those when it hits the light just right. And it gives you a very similar look, just frosted. So with that, I think we have our beautification potion. This will be a great addition to our potion and prop collection making along the way. So if you guys like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.